Yes, my brother. How's it cracking? Thanks for tuning in today. I know that's a cringe thing to say, but hey, let's have a happy day. Before I begin this ramble, I want to ask something of you. I would love it if you hold me accountable and help me hold myself to a higher standard. I want you to bully me. I want you to be relentless, merciless. Whatever character defects you see in me, let it loose in the comments and don't hold back. Because I don't want to be this guy who thinks he knows everything. I want a community where we can all learn and grow together. There may be some things that I can help you with, in which case, yeah, I may, try to sleaze you up to join my coaching program. Maybe there's some things you could help me with, and maybe you can sleaze me up to join your coaching program. But yeah, anyway, the topic of this video is confidence. But I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I want you to hold me accountable for a very specific purpose today in particular, because I'm on the caffeine. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a bit hyped. I decided to start the day and let loose, have some fun. And you've probably seen my previous video in which I described how caffeine is a vice and an addiction. I still fully believe that, which is exactly why, for the purposes of self-mastery, I'm going to have Sunday as the only day of the week in which I allow myself a caffeine fun day. And, if I slip up and I have it outside of a Sunday, I have failed. I have broken a promise to myself. You see, I start each day, I end each day by making a plan of the next day, as all productive people should do. And in this Notion template that I use, I set a section which has the promises that I'm going to keep to myself the next day. And if I don't tick off every single one, I have failed to keep my promises to myself. And this is always when the mental health starts to ever so slightly just dip down. And the more promises you break to yourself, the more the mental health nosedives into oblivion. I did not set the promise of not having caffeine yesterday because I had a feeling that I might want to have some fun today, and so I did, and so I caved. But if I will set the promise to myself tonight that I will not have a single sip, a single milligram of caffeine tomorrow, and if I break that promise, I will tell you, and you can bully the shit out of me. Got that? Sweet. So yeah, confidence is where I was going with this. And it's funny how I was talking about the promises that you should keep to yourself, because that's where confidence comes from for the most part. Today, I had an idea of what I wanted to talk about while I was driving to the gym. I had a feeling what I would talk about yesterday, but a conversation I had with a woman in the steam room just now led me down a different path. And I think it'll always be best to start talking about topics that are top of mind, they're organic, they've just happened, instead of the ones that I've been just mentally planning a bit in my head. Because no matter what, these talks are always going to be raw, unscripted, unedited, organic. And so, while it's fresh of mind, I was talking with this woman in the steam room, and, she's not elderly, I would say, but she's not young either. And she was telling me all about her confidence problems, and we'd only just started speaking. We'd never spoken before, and all of a sudden she starts pouring out her heart to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I have this effect on people, but yeah, we just started talking. I started, giving her a bit of sauce, a bit of spitting game at her, And she was telling me that when she, you know, walks outside, she can't make eye contact. She has a cap that she, you know, holds down. She's scared to look at people. And when I suggested to her that it might be because of the promises that she's breaking to herself, she clicked her fingers. She was like, "You're onto something there." So, you know, food for thought, right? And so, let's go a little bit deeper, shall we? You set a promise to yourself and you break it. And so your confidence goes down because you no longer trust yourself as much anymore. And with every single promise you break after that, your confidence gets worse and worse. So what do? How the hell do you rebuild yourself when you're at the lowest of the low, like I was only 4-5 months ago? When your brain is keeping you up at night and you're absolutely bullying yourself, when your mind is saying the most vile and disgusting things to you, what do you do then? You don't trust yourself at all anymore. What action can you take? Because you have no faith in your abilities to carry through. Because every single time you tell yourself you're going to do something, you don't do it. And every time you tell yourself you're going to do something, you don't do it. How can you get out of this utter pit of depravity? You have to start really small. I know. Listen, I know you're ambitious. You want the world. You want to build $1 million a month business. You want to look like Chris Bumstead on the Olympia stage. You want 10 smoking hot wives with 100 children. But right now, look at you. Seriously, look at you. How's that all going for you? How much progress have you been making? Probably not much, because of the promises you break to yourself and the lack of confidence that you have in your own abilities. So right now, just put your grandiose goals aside, just temporarily, on the back burner, because right now, the level of character that you have won't even come close to achieving them. And if he tries and he fails, he will give up because of the character that you've built, who doesn't keep his promises to himself. So here's what I want you to do, okay? Make a Notion template, the same as me, where every single day you set some promises to yourself. And depending on where you're starting, start with the lowest hanging fruit. If you can't even wake up at the exact same time every single day, start there. I'm not going to tell you to wake up at 4:19 to 4:45 like I do, because you might not have what it takes. But if you do, I salute you. Freaking go for it. Join me in the early morning club. But if you're a complete degenerate, like one of my clients, you know who I'm talking about, much love to you, brother, you might have to start by just setting your alarm at 7 a.m. and then working back from there. Because every single time the alarm goes off and you don't feel like getting out of bed, but you've set the promise to yourself that it's going to happen and you've written it down, that's the most important part. Because we go about our days, right? We go about our entire lives and we have all of these half-baked promises that we have in our heads, and we break every single one of them. But when you write it down clear, it's solidified. And so if you break it, it would be that much worse. So yeah, if you already wake up at the same time every single day, go a step deeper. Set yourself a morning routine that will put you in a high frequency state and give you momentum in which to further build upon to attack the rest of your day. And never stop setting promises to yourself, ever. Because it's always the times where you're making the most progress and you're building the most momentum, when you think you're unstoppable, that you start to slack off. You start to lower your standards just a little bit. And eventually it all catches up to you. And boom! You're back to where you started, but even worse, because you've tasted just a smidgen of what you're truly capable of. Is that the kind of life you want? You want to go through these constant up and downs like I've done my whole life? Let me tell you sincerely that is not what you want, okay? And yeah, I've rambled on for quite some time. I think I've said what I need to for now. I think if I keep on spewing, the message might get diluted a bit. But yeah, while, you know, another thing I forgot about that I want to, you know, confess to you about what you should bully me in the comments for is I did not have a very effective morning. You see, I set myself a task list, and it is going to get done regardless, no matter what. But because I hyped myself full of caffeine, I started, you know, getting all jittery and excited. And, you know, so far, I've only ticked off two tasks that I set myself. One was a written post in the morning. 2 is this video. So I haven't technically ticked it off yet, but I'm in the process of it, right? And I haven't got that much left to do, but my plan was to get it all just bang, 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 bang. And I haven't gone bang, 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 because I've lowered my effectivity and productivity by disrupting my focus. Because when I went to post my morning story on Instagram, when I went to post my written post on LinkedIn, I got sucked away. And now it's funny it's funny how things change, because I used to get sucked away by the scroll, by the doom scroll, you know, looking at other people's content. But now I can't lie to you. Now when I get lost in the scroll, I just go back and watch my own old content. Because I am a bit of a grandiose narcissist, I can't lie to you. And I'm just like, yeah, this brother's spitting facts. Hell yeah. Preach the word. I just get lost in my own nonsense sometimes. And so that's another thing I want you to help keep me in check for. Humble me by bullying me, I plead with you. And then I'll humble you by giving you these videos. And then, you know, once you're ready to go a bit deeper into my world so I can help you out better, book a call in the link down below. I want to help get you right. Get you right. Wow, what a good sales pitch, right? Yeah, I want to, you know, bulletproof your mindset. I want you to help you get a jacked physique. I want to help you install systems and processes in your life that help you structure your day better. And I want to, you know, get you set up on this Notion template that I'm talking about, so you can start setting promises, task lists, you know, variables that you measure throughout the day to help keep you accountable and track your progress. So yeah, that's basically what I'm offering to you in terms of cha-ching money, how I'm going to eat this month and for the future months to come. If you're interested, let's book a call. And even if you're not ready to join my coaching program, I'm still going to give you some sauce, some advice, whatever you need. Farewell, my brother. Have an amazing day.